What is up, guys? Wow, perfect start. I just started the webinar and now I just realized I don't have any water. Um, just let me give me a quick heads up if you can hear me, if the audio is working, if the camera is working, and then we'll be starting in just a few seconds. Um, give me some quick feedback. Can hear you. All right, perfect. Nice. Oh, oh, hello.
Hey,
Hello.
uh,
What's good, man? That was not supposed to happen, but feel free to, if you have any questions, come in later.
no, I was just waiting for the class to begin.
Okay, no worries. We'll move you backstage. um, all right. Cool. Nice. Okay, let's start, guys. Welcome. Thanks for making it to the webinar. Motion creators, we have a huge announcement today. I think you guys know what it is. I would love to know how many of you guys are familiar with motion creators already, who have maybe thought about joining, who have maybe never heard of it. No matter which kind of people you are, if you've heard about it, if you've always wanted to join, if you've never heard about it, don't worry. We will talk about it today. I will start with a quick story that I would like to share with you. It's actually it's based on a true story, and it's my story. How I became a creator and became, the type of person that I am now. And I would like to go through it and kind of fill you in the background of what it is that we're actually trying to build here, and then how you will be able to benefit from it, what you will be able to learn from it. And then we'll show you what Motion Creators actually has to offer and give you a big surprise, big present just for today, because you are the ones that joined the webinar. 1 second, I will just quickly, because I saw it's a bit dark, just quickly adjust my camera a bit. And now we're ready to start. Okay, I need some quick feedbacks because I won't be able to look at the screen, at the chat, sorry. I am going to share my screen right now, and I just need a quick heads up if you can see it. Perfect. Nice. Cool, sound check is there, we can hear me, and I think we're ready to go. All right, first of all, we skipped the countdown, but please feel free to just grab a seat, sit down, relax. It's not gonna be too long. It's gonna be like 10 minutes of just a quick story. Grab some popcorn, make sure you're using headphones, and then when you're staying till the end, we have a big gift for you. All right, let's start with the story. This is actually not just based on a true story, but it's a true story, which is my story. And I would like to go through it. In order for this story to make sense, we need to go back 4 years. And that is, to be honest, now 5 years, 2020. That's the year we're moving into. I would like to introduce you to this guy. You know who this guy is? This is Lenny. Well, better yet, it's the 2020 beta version of Lenny. Like many at his age, Lenny had a passion. He loved creating videos. He was the guy who would turn boring school projects into something exciting, something creative and inspiring. just, just for the fun of it and because he was fascinated with it. So there he was, fresh out of high school with a love for videos, not really knowing where to go. The thought of making a career from his creative passion felt unachievable. That was for other people with confidence and fancy equipment, but definitely not this kid. So Lenny decided to do what felt safe for him. He decided to let the creative part of his life rest, and he went to college. He studied something real. He went to lectures, he cut his hair for some reason, that was a weird phase, and he tried to blend in. But here's the thing, overall, deep inside he felt like a misfit. He didn't belong into the world of textbooks and lectures. He was missing something. Every day felt like he was watching someone else's life go by. But hey, he kept going, because that's what you're supposed to do, right? But Lenny was struggling, big time. He was struggling with a very scary and dark companion who was with him all the time, no matter where he went. That companion was called imposter syndrome. He doubted his abilities to do anything. He never felt like he was good enough. And when he actually achieved something, he thought of it as luck. He was stuck in a very, very dark place. Until one day he got a message on his phone. It was from a YouTuber that he briefly chatted with before. Back in the days when he was doing little Minecraft intros. That YouTuber told him that he had a crazy big job opportunity for him. Huge amount of money. He wanted 11 episodes of an animated 3D series done in 3 months. Obviously, it's got to be in picture quality, right? By the way, this job was meant for a whole production studio of 20 people, not one kid who had edited a few videos in his free time before. So Lenny thought the money was tempting, right? But the amount of work felt intimidating. Every voice in Lenny's head said, "You can't do this, bro. This is way too big for you." But for the first time ever, Lenny didn't listen to that voice, and he said, "You know what? I will do it." Let me tell you right now, the next 3 months he went through were brutal. He gave it his all, working 13 to 14 hours per day, every day, facing constant self-doubt and super tight deadlines. It was horrible, honestly. But guess what? Against all odds, Lenny finished the project. He delivered the work, shook hands with the client, and he got the money. And for the first time ever, a new thought popped up in his mind. The same Lenny that was struggling with the imposter syndrome before now felt like he could actually do things. That initial spark of confidence that he got from that was everything to Lenny. Lenny took the money that he got from that client and he bought his first camera. He got himself a decent MacBook and he started experimenting. He shot music videos, he did mini client projects here and there, and he could basically did anything that he could get his hands on with that equipment. But then came the wake-up call. As he was discussing budgets for a project with the client told him, "Look, Lenny, your work is good, man, right? But at the end of the day, you are the camera guy. If you don't do the job, someone else will do the job. You're replaceable." Replaceable? That word stuck with him. It made him question everything. If I'm replaceable, what even is my purpose here? What am I doing? I don't want to be replaceable. Can I really make this career work? That's when he decided to change something. He wasn't just going to be anything. He would take things into his own hands and work on that one thing that everybody was talking about around him: personal branding. So he started posting Reels, BTS. He jumped in on every trend he saw. He used every viral hack he could find. Consistency is everything. One reel every day, 30 days straight. That's what they tell you, right? There's no way this can't work. And after 30 days, straight posting, engaging, and putting his all into it, Lenny gained, drum roll, 306 followers. Damn. He was out of ideas. He was at the lowest point in his life, questioning everything. Maybe I really don't have it in me after all, he thought. The imposter syndrome came back big time this time. If only he knew what was about to happen a week later. On April 14th, 2024, Lenny was filming a small pop-up shop in Berlin. He hardly had any motivation to do it, but he had to do it. It was money, so he did it. And that was right when a stranger approached him. He saw him filming, and he was like, "Yo." And that stranger, everybody, was no other than Paul Whedon, better known as Timelapse Worlds. So the two of them started chatting, and Paul saw in Lenny what Lenny struggled to see in himself: a creative mind ready to break through. He told him, "Forget what you think works, bro. Just do what excites you, even if it's weird." That was such a small advice, but that advice was gold. The first creative project the two of them did together blew up and generated millions of views, and Lenny realized something important. His creativity had value. It wasn't about the algorithm or the trends. It was about creating something that excited him. That's when everything started to click. From that moment on, Lenny's career skyrocketed. He started more creative videos. The ideas got crazier every single time. He started working with brands he'd only dreamed about. He traveled the world, creating content that inspired millions of people. The paychecks obviously got bigger. Ideas got crazier, and the time was just flying until everything got too much. The client work, the constant travel, the worry about financials, and the constant noise muted that initial spark. The spark that enabled him to do all these things. He felt uninspired and he needed to reset. By that time, Lenny's account had grown a big fan base and he made a lot of views with his content. But how to go from here? Sure, he got a lot of requests from brands and sponsorships, but he couldn't come up with new ideas and client work wasn't fulfilling at all. That's right when the next life-changing person stepped into his life. He got to know Paul Miller. Paul, who had previously worked on huge marketing campaigns, managed millions of dollars in ad spend, and generated hundreds of thousands of leads for some of the craziest and biggest companies out there, was, just like Lenny. And after getting to know each other, they quickly realized that they had one big thing in common. Just like Lenny felt uninspired, drained, and frustrated by not building something long term, Paul was sick of the agency work. He was sick of working for others, pouring his creativity into growing someone else's business. And they both found out they wanted the same thing. They wanted to use their skills and creativity to actually create something for themselves, something that would outgrow the next big client gig or the next fancy trip, something that was long term, actually created an impact, and made a difference. So they decided to join forces and build something together. They had an idea. What if we used Lenny's creativity and skills to create something that people would get inspired by and combine it with a system that would then turn the gained attention into something that they can use? Said and done. Lenny gave himself total creative freedom with this project. No limitations, no this can be done. And they combined it with an automated system that Paul built. And when they released the video, it blew up. In a short period of time, it gained over 21 million views now and generated over 30,000 contacts of people who got inspired by the content. All that obviously without spending any money on ads, just pure creativity, legitimate inspiration. The creativity was back. Realizing that with the right tools and a good system in place, Lenny could use his skills to build a business that was simply based on his creativity. No limitations, no clients, and no revisions. They put out more content and it worked every single time. They grew a community of like-minded editors from all over the world to over 8,000, now 11,000 members within 2 months, collaborating on huge projects with other passionate creators. And Lenny now actually felt like he had finally cracked the code. As you can probably tell, this story that I just told you isn't about Lenny. It's about every single person out there who has a passion for something, who wants to build and follow their own creative journey, who might not have the tools or the confidence to start, or the ability to connect with other creators around the world who inspire them. So if I could go back to that one Lenny that you saw from 4 years ago, there are probably 3 things we would have in that conversation. I would tell him, all you need, bro, is that first initial spark, that first project that gives you the confidence to just start. Forget the idea that you need to learn everything. Second of all, I would tell him, build a system. If I could show him the tools that Paul showed me back then, giving me the opportunity to fully explore my creative potential while building something bigger than I ever thought possible, I would do it. And then probably the most important thing, support from others who are struggling with the same thing. That's the biggest thing. If I had known that I was not alone, if I had known how many people out there are going through the same thing as me at the same time, I can honestly only imagine what my career would have looked like. And that's exactly why Paul and I decided to build Motion Creators, which is why we're sitting here today. We're basically all facing the same struggles, right? Uncertainty, self-doubt, and the weight of comparison. We see all the big names out there of the people at the top of their game, and we think, I will never get there. I've been through it, and let me tell you, I still go through it a lot of times. All the time, actually. Imposter syndrome doesn't just vanish because you've achieved something. It always comes back. There are days where I wonder if I'm good enough, if I deserve the opportunities that I have. And if you've ever felt that way, let me remind you of one thing. You are not alone. Here's the thing. Those people that you look up to, they didn't have it all figured out when they started, and neither do you, and that's totally fine. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to have all the answers. What you need is the courage to take that first step, even if you think that work that I just created isn't good enough. It's not about being perfect from day one. It's about showing up, trying, and learning along the way. Progress, as you know, doesn't happen in one big leap. It's a series of small steps that you take that build that initial momentum. So everything you need is already there. The tools, the knowledge, and the community. And the best part is you don't need to do it alone. You can do it with your friends. You can do it with new people that you meet. And all those people you look up to, they started exactly where you are right now. The only difference is that they kept going. And they worked through the doubt, the fear, and the failures. For an example, think of all the fancy softwares that you see people use. You only need 20% of the tools that these softwares offer for at least 80% of your tasks. Let me show you the 3 main softwares that I use for my personal content creation. There's Blender, After Effects, and DaVinci. That's it. Blender, for an example, I started using roughly a year ago. I created my most viral reel with a basic understanding of keyframes, F-curves, lighting, and some basic viewport navigation. I knew nothing about UV unwrapping, sculpting, geometry nodes, or any kind of simulations in general. I just started. Same with After Effects. The tools I needed for this video was a basic understanding for masking, text animations, 3D camera tracking, and just keyframes in general. All the other stuff that After Effects has to offer for big Hollywood productions and films, I don't need for this. DaVinci Resolve, a software used for big blockbusters, I only use for pre-selecting clips, for basic color correction, and sound design. That's it. I know these tools have a lot more to offer, and sometimes I use different tools, but what I want to make clear with this point is it doesn't take much to start creating. And you do not need to be scared to start. You know, just do it. Let's actually talk about what you guys are here for today. What does Motion Creators actually have to offer? Let's take a look into our community. And for that, I would like to give you guys a quick introduction to Jignesh. Jignesh has been one of the earliest members of Motion Creators. When we first released the community, he was there, he followed the journey, he is always, you know, seen what we went through, seen the growth, and is now the head of Motion Creators India. I would like to hand it off to Jignesh to show you what the community has to offer in Hindi, give him a quick hello in the chat, and yeah, then we have a quick showcase of the community and then a big Q&A session at the end. Take it away, Jignesh.
Yes. Hello. So thank you so much, first of all, for giving this introduction. Yes. So before we start, let me give you my introduction. Who I am. So मैं भी आप लोगों की तरह ही हूँ. मैं भी सेम जर्नी पे हूँ अभी. जैसे आई एम 3D फ्रीलांस 3D आर्टिस्ट, और मैंने भी आप ही की तरह स्टार्ट किया था लाइक एज अ बिगिनर व्हेन आई वाज स्ट्रगलिंग कि कैसे मैं क्या करूँ इस फील्ड में आगे बढ़ूँ. आई वाज वाचिंग ऑल द वीडियोस आउट देयर ऑन इंस्टाग्राम एंड अदर, बट मुझे नहीं पता था कि लाइक मैं कैसे स्टार्ट करूँ. मैंने भी लाइक जॉब्स करी थी अलग अलग जगह पे एज अ ग्राफिक डिज़ाइनर, एज अ वीडियो एडिटर, ऑल्सो एज अ 3D आर्टिस्ट, बट आई डिडंट न्यू एनीथिंग कि मैं यहाँ से कैसे आगे बढ़ूँ, बिकॉज आप लाइक लाइफ टाइम जॉब तो नहीं करोगे. एंड आई ऑलवेज वांटेड टू डू फुल टाइम फ्रीलांसिंग बिकॉज दैट्स द वे. यहीं से लाइक आपको अगर इस करियर में आगे बढ़ना है, आप फ्रीलांस फुल टाइम करोगे, आप कहीं से भी काम भी कर सकते हो, अर्न भी कर सकते हो, आप चार्ज भी अपने हिसाब से कर सकते हो. यू हैव ऑल द फ्रीडम्स. सो विद द मोशन क्रिएटर्स I got that opportunity, and right now I am doing this full-time freelancing thing. And along with that, अभी हम मोशन क्रिएटर्स इंडिया भी लॉन्च करने जा रहे हैं, जो अभी आज हो रहा है. सो लेट मी टेक यू थ्रू व्हाट इज़ इनसाइड द मोशन क्रिएटर्स इंडिया. सो फॉर दैट लेट मी शेयर माय स्क्रीन real quick. Yes. Can you see my screen? Yes. So in this Motion Creators India, first of all मैं आपको बताता हूँ what is this platform called School. आपको डाउनलोड करना पड़ेगा like School platform, in which यहाँ बहुत सारी communities है, और one of them is Motion Creators India. So School community का जो ये interface है वो कैसे work करता है. There is a classroom tab in which there are so many modules which I will go through later. अभी के लिए हम समझते हैं कि लाइक यहाँ पे सारे कोर्सेज अपलोडेड हैं. अदर देन दैट यहाँ पे कम्युनिटी टैब है, यहाँ पे आप अपने क्वेश्चंस को पोस्ट कर सकते हो, आपका अपना इंट्रोडक्शन दे सकते हो, और दूसरे जो भी क्रिएटर्स साथ में आपके साथ ग्रो कर रहे हैं उसके साथ कनेक्ट करके आप कुछ भी कोलैबोरेशन में कुछ बना सकते हो, और मे बी आप किसी से भी कोई भी हेल्प ले सकते हो. ओके, सो दिस इज़ द कम्युनिटी टैब. यहाँ पे हम जो भी लाइक एडिटिंग वॉर्स वगैरह रखेंगे उसका अनाउंसमेंट एंड एवरीथिंग विल बी हियर. देन द क्लासरूम टैब. उसके बाद आता है कैलेंडर. यहाँ पे कैलेंडर्स में आपको जो हम लाइव कॉल करेंगे, वीकली लाइव कॉल होगा. इन एवरी वीक देयर विल बी 2 or 3 लाइव कॉल्स related to some different topics. For example, if you are learning After Effects, there will be a separate call for After Effects. If you are learning Blender, there will be a separate call for Blender, or maybe for marketing and some other stuff. Okay. So after that, there is a member जो भी join करेगा, वो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं कौन कौन है community में. Then map, leaderboard and about. So let's get straight into the classroom tab, जहाँ पे सब कुछ अवेलेबल है. सो फर्स्टली आई वुड से हमने यहाँ पे 4 स्टेप्स क्रिएट करे हैं. फर्स्ट है स्टेप 0, स्टेप 1, स्टेप 2 एंड स्टेप 3. सो बेसिकली मैं बताऊँ, मोशन क्रिएटर्स इंडिया इज़ नॉट जस्ट एन अनदर कोर्स कि जहाँ पे हम आपको टूल्स सिखाएंगे और लाइक ट्यूटोरियल्स देंगे कि कैसे ये रील बनाई जाती है, कैसे ये सॉफ्टवेयर को यूज़ करके आप लाइक इस टाइप का इफ़ेक्ट्स और रील्स बनाते हैं लाइक जो सोशल मीडिया पे चल रही है. बट यहाँ पे सिर्फ हम वो सेल नहीं कर रहे जो वो पर्टिकुलर पार्ट है वो सिर्फ एक मॉड्यूल में ही है. उसके अलावा जो भी कोर वैल्यूज़ है मोशन क्रिएशन, मोशन क्रिएटर का और फ्रीलांसिंग का, वो सारा हम दूसरे मॉड्यूल्स में रखा है जो मैं आपको एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ वन बाय वन. ओके, सो फर्स्ट वी विल गो थ्रू दिस ऑनबोर्डिंग. ऑनबोर्डिंग में क्या है कि आपको पता चलेगा कि लाइक मीट द टीम, कौन सपोर्ट में है, लैनी एंड पॉल, और इनर टीम विच इज़ मी, अलादीन, तस्दीक will support you throughout the community if you are having any issue. After that we have the live calls जो riverside पे होंगे and it will be recorded. You can always go through it and see what's inside the live calls. और आप अगर मिस कर रहे हो तो आप later on देख सकते हो. Okay, and then the other stuff. So onboarding के बाद हम जाएंगे क्रिएटर्स किक स्टार्ट में. यहाँ पे हम हमारे 5 वीडियोस है जो आपको एक बेसिक पूरे कोर्स का अंडरस्टैंडिंग देंगे कि हम क्या क्या आगे सिखा रहे हैं. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल हम सिखा रहे हैं ब्लेंडर, आफ्टर इफेक्ट्स एंड डाविंची एंड अदर देन दैट कंपोजिटिंग. सो सबसे पहले आपको उसका पता चलेगा कि लाइक हम सबसे पहले वो टूल्स भी सिखाएंगे और उसके अलावा वो टूल्स का नॉलेज होने के बाद आप अपनी स्किल को कैसे शेयर कर सकते हो, सेल कर सकते हो, और आप कैसे क्लाइंट के साथ मीटिंग करके कॉन्फिडेंटली उसको अपनी स्किल सेल कर सकते हो और रियल मनी अर्न कर सकते हो. ओके, सो आफ्टर दैट देयर इज़ एडिटिंग टूल, जहाँ पे मैंने आपको बताया ये 4 सॉफ्टवेयर, लाइक 3 सॉफ्टवेयर्स एंड एक कंपोजिटिंग आपको सीखने को मिलेगा. एंड कंटिन्यू, दिस इज़ नॉट जस्ट अ कोर्स एज आई सेड, सो कंटिन्यूसली दिस विल ग्रो. वी विल बी एडिंग प्रीमियर प्रो, वी विल बी एडिंग कैपकट. सो दिस आर ऑल जस्ट बिगिनर ट्यूटोरियल्स, जैसे आप स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं और आप अपना फाउंडेशन क्लियर कर सकते हैं. और ये कंटिन्यूसली हम भी ऐड कर रहे हैं, जैसे कि बिकॉज अभी अगर हम कोर्स बना रहे हैं सो इन लाइक 1 year और 6 months दिस विल बी आउटडेटेड, बिकॉज एवरी मंथ एवरी ईयर सब नया नया लॉन्चेस होते हैं, नए नए सॉफ्टवेयर्स के अपडेट्स आते हैं, तो शॉर्टकट्स एंड एवरीथिंग गेट डिफरेंट्स एंड सब चेंज होते जाते हैं. तो एज आई सेड दिस इज़ द कम्युनिटी जहाँ पे हम सब कुछ अपडेट भी रखेंगे और आगे जाके लाइक जो भी नए सॉफ्टवेयर्स आते हैं, टूल्स आते हैं, वो हम इंटीग्रेट करते जाएंगे, बिकॉज वी आर द वन हु आर ऑलरेडी इन द मार्केट जो हम काम कर रहे हैं. सो वी आर ऑलरेडी लुकिंग फॉर दीज थिंग्स कि कैसे हम आगे बढ़े इन चीज़ों में और कैसे हमें नए सॉफ्टवेयर्स का नॉलेज आए जो भी मार्केट में आ रहा है वो. तो वो सारी चीज़ें हम इसमें भी ऐड करते जाते हैं ताकि सबको वो नॉलेज मिले, बिकॉज एवरी वन doesn't have time to look for these things. Okay, after that we have this sell your skills. So sell your skills is the main part as I think, because मैं जब से फुल टाइम फ्रीलांसिंग कर रहा हूँ, मैं आपको एक बात बताऊँ, जब अगर आप फुल टाइम फ्रीलांसिंग कर रहे हो सो उसका मेन आपको ये लगता होगा कि आप एक बार एक स्किल पर्टिकुलर पे काम कर लो, आप स्किल सीख जाओ, उसके बाद आप फ्रीलांसिंग कर सकते हो. बट वो नहीं है, बिकॉज अगर मेरे पास भी पहले भी स्किल थी, आज भी स्किल है, बट अभी मैं फुल टाइम इसलिए कर पा रहा हूँ बिकॉज नाउ आई नो कि मैं अपनी स्किल को सेल कैसे कर सकता हूँ, मैं कैसे क्लाइंट के सामने कम्युनिकेट कर सकता हूँ. बिकॉज मैं आपको ये बता सकता हूँ, एज आई एम डूइंग फुल टाइम फ्रीलांसिंग, मुझे पता है कि मेरा फुल डे का 70% लाइक 60 to 70% टाइम सिर्फ कम्युनिकेशन में वेस्ट जाता है, और ओनली आई एम वर्किंग ओनली इन 30% ऑफ द टाइम, बिकॉज आई ऑलवेज नीड टू लुक फॉर बेटर क्लाइंट्स, लाइक मोर क्लाइंट्स, एंड आई ऑलवेज नीड टू कम्युनिकेट, बिकॉज इन जॉब यू ऑलवेज वर्क लाइक डू वीडियो एडिटिंग और क्रिएट ग्राफिक डिज़ाइनिंग, बट बिकॉज द कम्युनिकेशन पार्ट हैंडल्स समवन एल्स, और वही फुल टाइम वही काम कर रहा होता है. आपके पास बस इन्फो पहुंच जाती है कि यू नीड टू क्रिएट दिस वीडियो, दीज आर द चेंजेस यू नीड टू डू, दैट्स इट. बट व्हेन यू आर डूइंग फ्रीलांसिंग यू विल नीड टू टेक केयर ऑफ ऑल दीज थिंग्स. सो टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट थिंग बेटर हमने ये सारे मॉड्यूल्स क्रिएट करे हैं, जहाँ पे आपका क्या माइंडसेट होना चाहिए, आप कैसे पॉजिटिव रह सकते हो, कैसे आप अपना पोर्टफोलियो क्रिएट करके आप प्राइसिंग वगैरह सेट करके आप उसको सेल कर सकते हो, और कैसे आप रीच आउट कर सकते हो कॉन्फिडेंटली, क्लाइंट को पिच कैसे करना है, वो सारी चीज़ें आप इसमें सीखने को मिलेगी. अदर देन दैट हम जो लाइव कॉल्स क्रिएट करते हैं उसमें भी जैसे क्रिएटर एक होता है एवरी ट्यूसडे क्रिएटर्स कॉल, सो उसमें भी जैसे लेनी है तो लेनी यू नो ही इज़ वर्किंग विथ बिग क्लाइंट्स, बट यू डोंट नो कि यू जस्ट नो उसने क्या वीडियो बनाया, बट बिहाइंड द प्रोसेस उसने क्या किया, हाउ ही रीच्ड आउट टू द क्लाइंट, हाउ ही गिव द प्रेजेंटेशन, हाउ ही पिच्ड हिम, सो यू डोंट नो व्हाट ही एग्जैक्टली डिड. सो वही एक प्रोसेस होता है जो हमें सीखना होता है टू बी एट दैट लेवल. सो फॉर दैट वी हैव क्रिएटेड दिस पर्टिकुलर मॉड्यूल, जो आई वुड से अदर देन सारे मॉड्यूल से बेस्ट मॉड्यूल ये है, जिससे मुझे भी बहुत इंस्पिरेशन मिला है, सीखने को मिला है, बिकॉज आई ऑलरेडी नो दीज स्किल्स बट आई डोंट नो हाउ टू सेल माई स्किल्स, आई डोंट नो हाउ टू कॉन्फिडेंटली स्पीक. सो यही एक मॉड्यूल है जहाँ से ये सब चीज़ें मैं सीख सकता हूँ. अदर देन दैट there is the crazy part, in-depth tutorial which you already know. Len is creating the crazy reels, G-Wagon video, McLaren's Rink video, statue hit wala, Lamborghini transformation video, lens flip, and the last one Lego wala video. So you know that reels, but आपको पता होगा वो इतने millions view touch कर गया है, but you don't know how it created. So उसके लिए भी इस in-depth tutorials इसमें दिए गए हैं, and continuously these are not just like 5 or 6 modules. In future also, whenever he creates some crazy videos in the community, it will be uploaded, and everything will be most probably in Hindi only. Okay, so these all are the in-depth tutorials. Other than that, this is the best part, creators job hub. So मैंने जब like अभी इस वाले में कोई भी जॉब अपलोडेड नहीं है, बट इन एवरी मंथ वी विल बी एडिंग like a few jobs. Let me show you in the other community which already there in place. So we started this community in December. So from December we uploaded these jobs to the community. Okay, now these are the jobs we uploaded in the community. These all are the freelance works which Lenny gets with his content. Okay, so people always request him for some kind of reels or anything, any projects, and he directly upload the everything into this community, and so that people can apply and we don't take any commission out of it. And मेरे लिए भी ये same चीज़ हुआ. Whenever I joined this community, I was one of the first members, so I got the opportunity to work with these clients for the first time, and that was my first international client. And that's when I realized कि like the Indian market and the foreign market is totally different, the mindset is totally different, the pricing is totally different, because I was charging approximately, like if I'm charging 5k for a video, I can definitely charge 50k for the same video for the different client. So this is what I learned with that community, that being in the community. Okay, so these are all the modules. This is the module where live calls will be uploaded, and that's it, the community. And let's start with the Q&A session, I guess. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you, Jigdish, for showcasing the community. Really nice. We have a lot of questions in the community, which I would love to go over. First of all, I am such a big fan that we now are able to showcase the community and the features to the Indian market. And for the Q&A session now, guys, you can request a question. You can request to join in to the call. But before we go any further, I would like to touch upon the thing that you guys are probably most curious about.
Yes.
How much does the course actually cost? How much do we need to pay to be a part? And this is actually the big surprise today. We are offering all this, all of what you've heard with that backstory, with the tutorials, with the courses, with all that value for only $35 per year. That is, I think you can calculate that down. I don't know how much that is in rupees, but it's
approximately 3K. Yes.
it's really, really, really low. But we're only doing this for the launch day for today. So as soon as in the next 24 hours, starting now, we'll increase the price, and you can join by clicking the link that is shown up on here. I am always surprised how well that works with Riverside. So you see this link here. I don't know if it's still on screen, but yeah, it's $35 for the first 100 members. So if you sign up now, payment method is credit card. And if you sign up now, you will get that discount. If you join in tomorrow, you won't get it. So you'll still be able to join, but you won't have that discount. All right. So that link will stay on screen, I think. And then
it's there.
for some seconds. Perfect. Cool. So I think we can start answering some questions. What do you think?
Yes.
Awesome. So I went through the chat as Jignesh was talking, and I think one of the big questions in here that I've seen is this course for beginners? By the way, feel free to just request a call in, and I will let you in a second. The course is built, as Jignesh said, the course is built for people to start from zero. It's not limited to that. So when you look into the community, I'm going to do that right now. And when you look at the courses, they are built in a way where you can start from as a beginner. You have all the foundations here. You have the Blender course, you have the DaVinci course, you have the After Effects course, you have the compositing course, and we will update those as we go. This is just the basic foundation that you will get. And you know, when you are not a beginner anymore, you will still be able to learn with all these in-depth tutorials. I want to say that these are not dedicated to beginners. They are beginner friendly, which, you know, you can watch them as a beginner. But when you are not a beginner, you will have an easier time following along. So it's good to build foundations, and then, you know, every one of these videos is like specifically for one reel, and you can copy that. Let's see. I have some requests in here. I'm just going to click accept now and see if people have questions or if that is from earlier on. I need help pronouncing your name.
Hey bro, what's up?
What's up,
Hey,
man?
I'm Akansh.
Akansh.
Yeah, it's going good, bro.
Akansh, yes.
Akansh.
Akansh.
Yes, Akansh.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I was already working on a project. By the way, I love your work, bro.
Thank you, man.
I've been
Appreciate that.
following you since I think quite a long time, and I've seen your work, and it's, you know, amazing the way that stuff that you're doing.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Do you have
Yeah.
any requests, any questions about motion creators? You've seen the presentation. You've probably looked into it. What are your thoughts, man?
Yeah, bro, it's awesome. And I think it's really great that you are actually, you know, doing this for, you know, Indian market over here.
Mhm.
So yeah, I was thinking about, you know, what exactly can I get inside the curriculum of yours, right?
Yeah.
So I'm already into After Effects. I've already taken the other course, bro. The Creators Club. I'm also into that as well.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to, you know, explore this one as well because yeah, your work seems super great, bro.
Appreciate that. I want to give you a quick thought here, okay? So
Okay.
what we're not trying to do with motion creators is to be a one-time purchase course. And I think we really want to make sure that people understand that this is not a Blender course. This is not an After Effects course. This is not a DaVinci course. This is not limited to a software. What we're trying to do with motion creators is essentially give people a kickstart. It's a community and not a course. This means that obviously we do teach the softwares, but the softwares are only the first step to getting there, right? There's so many talented people out there that can create the craziest stuff, but they don't make any money. And what we're trying to do is connect that bridge between people wanting to learn the software, obviously, developing a sense of like own style, creativity, own niche, being approached by clients where they feel like, okay, I'm now approached as a creative and I can charge the prices of a creative. I'm not limited to like my freelancing prices anymore. And how do I scale that to be a successful business, right? So instead of it just being a course, this is a whole roadmap for people. And I think this is the main difference, because there are so many courses about After Effects, about Blender. There's so much free value. And we do teach the softwares, but motion creators is so far from being limited to those softwares, right? So yeah, it's more about giving you a creative approach on how to use these softwares and what to do with the skills you can develop in those softwares than it is about actually like, you know, mastering all the technical stuff. Because when you're into that, you can look up the tutorials for that. I'm not even gonna lie, like there's so many stuff that you can look up online.
Exactly.
And we tell you which stuff you need, what stuff you need there, what stuff you can use there, which software is good for that. So yeah, that is basically the main core difference between motion creators and a course, a traditional software course that you pay.
Yeah, bro. So the main thing that I'm looking for is the business side, right? So
Yes.
I'm a full-time like freelance video editor. So I do a lot of real estate, cars and all that. I edit stuff, right? So that's my main thing for now. So I just wanted to, get more into business stuff of how I can get more clients, of how all that works, right?
Yes.
Because I think I have some knowledge. I wouldn't call myself a complete beginner, but I feel your insights, the way that how you've been growing, I think
Yeah.
those insights could also help me and others
Yes.
as well.
I think so too. And the reason we've restructured the course and we've really made sure to highlight those tutorials and like pieces of the puzzle is because we know how important it is for people to like learn that stuff. And this is exactly, I'm going to show it again, why we have this sell your skills page. So what I've done, obviously, like I'm not a I know it all person, right? I am still figuring out stuff on my way, but I think it's so much more valuable to hear from someone who has started as a person who didn't know anything, who like started to figure out stuff by himself and who got to a certain point just by doing that and like making certain mistakes, doing things wrong, undercharging here, being stuck in that position for so long, and now being at a point where he's made it out of certain positions and hearing from me, essentially, even though I'm not like the business guru, what I did and how I did it, right? And that is exactly why I've created this course. And this is not only about how to fucking like get paid a lot of money. This is also about how to develop your own niche, how to find your own niche. How do you even like define what a niche is? Because that's something that people struggle with so much, and people have struggled with it for so long. I've struggled with it for so long. And honestly, bro, if you want to hear my honest opinion, we've decreased the price from the English community drastically to give people from other countries with lower income the chance to also be a part of Motion Creators. And that offer that we have here for the first, people within the first 24 hours is only there today, and we will increase the price tomorrow. But I would love to see some people in there, get the first traction in there. You check it out for yourself. I think there is a lot of great stuff in there. I would love to see you inside.
Bro, I'm in, right? There's no questions with that. But yeah, I just wanted to, as a whole, I just wanted to level up my work as well. And I think I trust you, bro. There's no questions on that.
Well, and the good thing about it also is not limited to me. We are bringing on a lot of other creators from Hindi. We will announce them very soon, but there is a lot of other people who will also be sharing their value, not only me. And we're not limited to the courses itself, but we have the live calls. That is the kind of stuff where I think where the community really shines, because it's not like a course that you watch once and you're like, okay, this is what I paid for now, but it is an ongoing thing where you're like, I want feedback on my work. I have a question about this client that reached out to me. How much can I charge for this project? Is this client good enough for me to like, is my portfolio good enough to like, show, like this is all the kind of stuff that you can share into the community and get feedback for. And this is why we really want to make sure this is a roadmap and not a one-time purchase course where it's just about the videos that you watch.
Yeah, you'll be doing a lot of live calls like this, right?
Yes,
Every
exactly.
week or something like, yeah, that is exactly what I want your insights. When I'll be leveling up, I want your insights as well, right?
Yes.
I want your feedback. I think that is the easiest way to learn, if you have someone who can, tell you what the mistake is. Because for all these years, I've been trying to figure out myself, and I thought, yeah, that took me a lot time than
Yeah.
I think it should have taken me. So yeah, bro. I mean, that's not a problem. So can you tell me the pricing and stuff, bro? Like, how does that work? Is it how much is it for monthly, and
Bro,
how
it's
does that work?
$35 for a year for the first 24 hours. I still like it's that is divided by 12, 35 divided by 12. That is about $3 per month for the first 24 hours, which is
30,
in
oh,
rupees
$35. Wait a second. Am I hearing right? $35 per month, or what is it?
per year, bro, for the first 24 hours per year.
Are
This
you
is the
kidding me?
we want to get first people in. So if you watching this, you're interested, like, bro, honestly, like,
Bro, I
I'm
mean,
not gonna sit here and try to like justify the price. This is just way too low for what we have in there, but we just want to get
yeah,
people
bro.
rolling. We're gonna get the ball
I thought
rolling.
you were saying $35 per month, and I'm like, okay,
No, no,
you
no,
were
no.
saying $35 per year.
Yeah,
Per
bro.
year.
Bro, I mean, just admin.
Yeah,
Where can I pay? What
that's
can I
only
do?
for today though. So everybody who joins tomorrow won't get that discount, but we want to get the first
Yeah,
people in.
link
I'll
is
do
there
And
also.
thank
that.
you guys for supporting. So just
I'll
click
do
the
that.
link that you see in there.
Where can I find the link?
It's
Bro,
on
In the
screen.
screen
my
only.
my card is down right there. Can I open
Yeah.
this link? How can I?
You
Yeah,
can
you,
open the
you
link.
just
You
open the
can.
link.
We will have this discount for the next 24 hours. So everybody who's in the webinar will also get an email with the recording with the link. You will get the link. You will get the link. Yeah.
One
Just go
second.
get your credit card, bro. Honestly, no rush. Just do the. Just join within the first
So
24
where
hours,
can I
like from
find the
now.
link again? Is it in the chats? This is new
It's
software,
It's
right?
yeah. It
okay. Yeah,
should pop up on screen. And you will also find it in the chat everywhere. Do you
here.
see that blue thing? 35 for the first 100 members. That blue, purple
Yeah,
thing.
click on that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just click
School.com
on that.
motion
Yeah,
creators. This the one?
exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Click on that.
1 second. 35 here. Are you kidding me, bro?
bro. Yes, I'm not kidding you. No, this is why we do this webinar, and we want people to feel like, yeah, they
I'm adding.
are, joining because they're first people to join right now. We just launched the community. Everything is in there now. We need to kickstart it. We'll run the ads. But people that took the time to listen to me, listen to the guy with the red hat,
Bro,
talking for an hour straight, those are the people
I-
that get that discount. The other ones don't.
I literally thought it would be some, automated webinar, and there will be many people. I never thought it would be a live call like this. Seriously.
There you go. That's how we do it. Yes, I will let you go up backstage again, and we will have some more people asking some questions. Okay, bro?
1 second, bro. The link. Can I just copy this and paste it somewhere else and do it
Yes.
again?
Yeah,
Yes, you
yeah, yeah,
can.
yeah, yeah.
Possible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. bro. Thank you
All
so
right.
much. Really
worries,
appreciate
bro.
what you're doing for the Indian community, and yeah, bro, we'll make
Yes.
you proud. For this
See you
prize,
inside,
we'll
man.
definitely have to make you proud. Okay?
Yes.
Make yourself proud, bro. Go learn. Go create.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you for taking the time. I'll let you off now.
Thank you so
What's
much,
up?
bro.
Ariane, what's up, man? How are you? We cannot
We
hear
cannot
you.
hear
Your
you, bro.
microphone is muted, I think.
Yes.
Oh,
We still cannot hear you.
oh, still can't
You
hear.
unmuted, but you need to change the settings. Maybe it's different microphone you selected.
Okay, we'll just have someone else join in first, and you figure out that. Okay, perfect, nice. Joy, what's good, man? How are you? Oh, microphone issue again. Damn. We don't hear you, bro. Or is it only me that doesn't hear him? Okay, check the settings.
We can always check the chats. Maybe you can just
Okay.
type and we can.
Otherwise, you can also type in the chat and we'll answer the question. But
Yeah.
I'll just, because there's other people that want to join real quick, just have them join and then come back when you have that figured out.
Rutvik.
Yes, sir. If you guys want to
Hello.
ask a question, feel free to ask it now. Meanwhile, I'm adjusting my exposure. Also, can we just get the link again?
Rutvik, can you unmute your mic and
Yeah. If not, Rahul, let's
yes.
go. Ooh, ooh. I think those are the people I've been waiting for a while now.
Yes, yes.
There is a difference between the free and the paid course. The free course essentially only shows you a few of the videos, the first videos. The rest you need to unlock by paying. That is the difference. You can take a look into the free community and see if it's like something you're interested in. You can see like the first preview videos, but you won't see the full thing. And honestly, guys, like I know this is like, you know, money, but like we're talking about $35 per year. This is the first launch offer that we have. We'll never be that price again. We just want to thank the people that are joining now, and yeah. But obviously, feel free to still look into the free community first, and then just have a look into it, and then see if it's something that you would like to join. Just join. Can I know what the price for your course? Yeah, I think this is a later question. All right. If you guys want to ask a question in person, now's the time still. I would like to know, Lenny, how can I connect to you? Good that you ask. If you are in the community and you ask a question, or you join into the weekly live calls that we have in the community, we can have this chat every week. Feel free to go in there, ask a question. It's honestly just up to you guys. Like, if you go in there, you use the calls that we have. It's an hour every week that we have with the community. And if you come there, you ask a question to me, I will answer that question to you. That is basically there every week. We can have a chat every week. So if you are in the community, feel free to join. What's good, Abid? How are you, man?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear
Yes,
you.
yes, we
Yes,
can hear
we
you.
can both hear you.
Finally.
Okay.
Hello. Yes.
Now, I
I'm
think it's
having some
working.
network issue. I can't hear you
Okay.
properly.
You can do what? Sorry.
He can't hear us properly because he has some network issues.
Ah, okay. So go ahead and figure that out.
We can hear you. Just ask the question if you have.
Yeah, just go ahead. Ask a question.
I can't hear.
Oh, network
I'm
issue.
having some network issue. I
Just
can't hear
write
anyone.
the question, bro. Write the question. We'll answer it.
Okay, okay.
Perfect. What's the approximate cost we be looking at after today? What is the approximate cost that will be increasing the price after this?
That will
After
be
the 24
$50
hours?
to $60. $50 to $60 per year,
Yes.
most probably.
$50 to
It can be more
$60
than that. Yes.
per year. So almost double the price. And then we'll go on with the,
Yes.
you know, quiz members. Yeah, so obviously the
Someone
more
else want
content
to
we
join?
add, the more expensive the course will be for you guys to join. So right now you're basically unlocking everything for a lifetime when you join it for a year, But yeah, Eliana,
Eliana.
what is up?
Hi, my name is Lina, and I'm actually
Hi.
pretty new to the freelance community.
Okay.
So, probably like a year back or something. I just wanted to know basic questions. How, like, you have multiple shots, multiple clips to edit out, and figure out which clip or which to choose. How do we know which is actually right for the particular video and so?
This is a very specific question to an editing problem. I love that you. Thank you for joining, first of all, and asking a question. I would love to go over this and topic a bit more in detail. You're probably talking about. You probably want a more technical answer from me right now, right? This is more about like, what advice would I give to you, right?
Yeah.
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 So I mean, clip selection, that's a whole different topic for itself. I would love to I don't know how old you are, but like if you are able to join the community and ask this kind of question in there, or actually share your screen or share what you're doing, we'll be able to help you a lot more. I can tell you right now, from my personal experience, I have a certain workflow that I use in DaVinci, and I just put all the clips into one timeline, and then I just go through it. I just have them all selected by one, and I just select a few clips, put them up, delete all the other ones, and it becomes less and less and less. And now then it's just nailed down to that one section of clips that I really like. But these types of technical questions are the exact type of questions we'll be answering in the live calls. So yeah, but thank you for asking that question.
Yeah. I have another question.
Okay.
So it's like, what makes a video edit like great rather than just technically good?
Wow.
You get what I mean?
That is really good question. I love your questions. I really want to have more of these questions in like my everyday life. I would say
Thank you.
one word answer. Okay, I don't want to go too deep into this because we do have a specific, and I know I'm sounding like I'm marketing the community, but this is basically exactly what we're talking about in motion creators. What makes a video great and what makes a video good, right? I would say a good video is something that is technically well made. A great video is something that gives people a certain type of feeling. And usually that type of feeling you get when there is a story involved or something that just makes people go, wow, And I would say rather than just trying to perfect the technical skills, as I said, when I created my most viral video, I knew, I don't know, like 1% of Blender. And that was enough for me to like share a story to people who are like, oh, this is inspiring, right? And it's not about the skills that you have in those softwares. It's about how you use the tools that you know, right? And there's so much with so little that you can create. And that is, I think, one of the big things I'm always trying to tell people. Don't try to perfect the softwares. Don't get caught up in the technical side of things. Just start. I would love, like,
Also,
you
just
seem
one.
very passionate about what you do. How old are you?
I'm 18.
You're 18 and you're already pushing through. I love that
Yes.
so much. Great. Keep it up.
I like these editing stuff and pretty been working for a year now.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Just a small question again.
Go ahead.
Is how do you manage, like, so there's gonna be the clients who have like specific reasoning, and this it's honestly, it'll sound dumb to us, but then we have to please the customer, like the client. How
Mm-hmm.
do we, like, engage with them? And so,
How do you engage with clients?
no, like, the problems they bring out, I mean, for if you see it wisely, and it's actually right, and it's just the minute small differences they gotta make every each and time we keep sending them the
Mm-hmm.
the reels or whatever they want, and they
Mm-hmm.
keep just saying that there's
Revisions.
this small
How
mistake
to
we're
handle
making. Yeah,
revisions
yeah,
professionally without being caught up. It's so funny because you keep asking the kind of questions that we get and we talk about.
Yeah.
My short answer to that, and then I will advise you to look up the long answer. My short answer is to stand there with confidence, position yourself as a creative expert who knows better than them what will perform, what looks good. Because most of the time, the people that give you feedback will be the ones that are in that position because that's their job, right? Their job is to give feedback. Their job is not necessarily to make the video better. Their job is to give feedback. And that's what you need to understand, that sometimes the people just do their job in giving feedback, and that feedback will not necessarily make the video better. So stand your ground. Don't be afraid to just give them back your honest opinion, if it's good feedback or not good feedback. And then don't, if it's easy feedback, incorporate that. Communicate with them, cooperate with them. Don't be, you know, don't be like, I'm not going to do that, but just give them, input from your side and stand your ground. And also, don't do too many revisions. If there is one round of revision, be clear with that. And there's like everything we incorporate here needs to be incorporated now. Otherwise, we will need to make adjustments to the timeline. But I love your questions, Eliana. I would love to go over some other people that have questions. I would love to see you inside, honestly. This is so inspiring for me, and I think for other people to like encourage you and encourage themselves, seeing you pushing from a young age. Like, I love that so much. Would love to see you inside if you have the chance
Thank
to
you,
join.
thank you.
Feel free to click the link. I would love to see you inside in the next call and have more chats like this. I love that.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Okay, cool. Is there some other questions that we have? I think-
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
We're back.
Thank you so much. So big ups to Lenny, you man, just coming to India, and I was so excited. I texted Jignesh as well on Instagram that I want to join this course, but it washed off from my mind because I'm already doing a job and I just want to get into editing stuff again.
Yes.
I just wanted to ask one thing: what would be the length of like basic tutorials? I would say, because I know After Effects a bit and Premiere Pro as well, but DaVinci and Blender would be a really new softwares to me. So what would be average length of the tunes?
Average
Like,
length of what?
Average length of the modules, I would say, like whole module for one particular software.
Do you know how long your module is, Jignesh, in total?
Yes. So if I talk about the Blender module, there are approximately 8 or 9 videos, and including intro and outros, there it will be approximately like 40-minute or 30 to 40-minute or most probably 50-minute video. Each video will be 30 to 50 minutes long.
Oh.
So
Right?
we
And
try
it
to
will be
make the
covering
course.
the basics. Yeah.
Yeah, we try to not make it a super long list of videos because more doesn't necessarily mean better. We just, because
Yes.
also you're not probably watching through all of them. You're just picking out the ones that you like and skipping through them. That's
Yes.
how I did it. That's how people do it. Want to give some foundations.
Yes.
Okay. Wait,
Yeah.
someone said our voices are very low. Is that the case?
No.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Hello.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Okay. Okay. Cool. So what I was saying is that the course length, we adjusted it to really make it be the, foundations of it, give you the kickstart for it, and then you dive into the actual tutorials because we want you to push. We want to push you to a point where you start creating yourself as soon as possible. Because you can sit there and create the donut for as as long as you can think, but at the end of the day, you need to start creating your own videos. And that is where
Yes.
we want to get you and what we really want to push you to do. So answer your question, average of like 10 hours maybe. But yeah, really cut
Okay,
down to
and,
the
like,
foundations.
secondly, I just wanted to ask if the whole course that you have posted on like Motion Creators, the original course, I would say, is it all translated to Hindi now? Like we would
Yes.
have
Yes,
the
yes,
whole
yes.
access.
Everything. Everything that is being posted in Motion Creators English will be in Hindi in Motion Creators India. And that is a big feature
Yes.
because it's basically the same course
I would be like
with a different
asking
price.
too much. For like $35, I guess I would be asking too much. That if
Yeah.
there's a module that maybe an upcoming module where you like tell how to record stuff, how to record like a particular clip if you want to edit it, like some camera handling tips and stuff like that.
It will all be in there, bro. Everything.
Oh, then nice. I'm
there
gonna join it today.
Everything will go in there. Like that's why I'm like trying to make it clear. Like everything posted in Motion Creators will go there. Maybe
And-
with a bit of delay because we do need to translate it, but it will go in
Yeah,
there.
okay.
Give us like
Yeah,
a week
and-
tops per video to be translated in there.
And for these type
Thank
of
you.
for these type of particular questions, we host the live calls so that you can
Yeah.
ask whatever you want, like this. Because everything, like हमारे पास सब कुछ नहीं है जो already in course में है. We like definitely we have some things that is not there in the course, so you can always ask that into the live calls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man, for the prize, and I'm just hope that I joined today only, and from tomorrow I could start with the journey.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
See you inside, man.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for joining.
Thank you.
All right, let's go. Abid, what's up, man? You fixed
Hey,
your connection
everyone.
issues?
Yeah, it's
Hey everyone,
hey.
Well, bro.
can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So, how are you all?
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
I'm also good. I have been waiting since 1.5 hours.
Oh my God.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in queue.
Oh my
Nice.
God.
So
Okay.
you're here now.
Now you're
But
here.
but I'm really so excited that Motion Creator is launching in India. I'm so excited about it.
Nice.
Let's go.
Let's join then.
And recently I have started creating some reels on Instagram.
Okay.
So that's why I'm so excited and I'm looking forward to use Motion Creator.
Nice. Awesome, bro.
Yeah,
Feel
yeah.
free to share what you do in the
Yeah.
community and we can give feedback on it. We can share our thoughts. We can share some technical, what you can do. If you have any questions, post it in there.
Mm, I would say that as you can see, I'm at my shop. I also do
Yes.
business and recently I've started creating reels. I always wanted to become a digital creator.
Okay.
Nice. Nice. Now's your time
And
to be one.
I really have been interest. I really have been interested creating reels.
Perfect,
Yes.
bro. You seen the clip? You seen the link? You can click on it.
What?
You see the link on screen? It says join now. Just click on it.
I didn't get that. Okay, but I can't see where is the link.
It should be on screen. It should say join now. You see that
I didn't
join
get that
now
what you
button?
said.
See the join now? Or the $35 for the first 100 members? Just click on that message, that purple.
Okay, okay.
Or
But right
look
now
into
I
the
can't
chat.
see it.
Or look into the chat.
Yeah, yeah, I got it. Yeah, yeah, I got it. Yeah,
Says
Paul Muller, you have
$35 is
sent a link.
showing. Yeah. You got the link?
Yeah, here's I got it.
Perfect. Yeah, someone
So,
asked, this is for the yearly fee? Yes, this is the yearly fee,
can you
35.
please tell me can you please tell me more about this in detail?
About what? Sorry?
About this
About the
membership?
About the membership? Yeah, I mean, it basically covers everything that we talked about, and this will be the price that you pay for your whole life when you join within the next 24 hours. It will only renew every year, and it's $35, or if you want to take it that way, $3 per month, which is, I don't know how much that is in rupees, but yeah, that is the price for it.
Okay, okay, I got it. So, is there any timeline joining this?
Yes, you have 23 hours and 30 minutes to do so.
Okay, but you don't have any watch on your wrist.
I don't have any watch on my wrist. No, that's true. But I, use my brain
Yeah.
watch because it's been 24 hours and half an hour. Bro, if you have any other questions, I would love to hear them in the chat because we do need to go through some more. But I would love to see you inside also in the live calls. Feel free to answer any, ask any questions that you have inside. And yeah, we'd love to connect with you in there.
No, I don't have any question, but I think it would be so easy to use it. I hope so.
Yes, it is. I can tell you that.
Because as this webinar, joining the webinar procedure was so easy, and I think the further process will also be so easy.
That is what we're after.
So I don't have any
Creating.
questions.
Perfect, bro. Then I'll
I
let you
think
go
it's
back
gonna
off
be useful
stage,
for me.
and I would love to see you inside the community. Is that okay?
Okay, okay.
Thank
Okay,
you so
bye.
much, bro.
Let me think about it
Perfect.
and I'll join it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. And thank you so much.
Thank you for joining. All right. Cool, guys. Let's keep it
Rahul
to.
and Akanksh. There are
Can you?
2 more people. Let the both in.
Okay.
Hello, Akanksh and Rahul.
Okay.
Can
Who's
you hear me?
first? Someone said, "Can we
No
pay
one
for
is
monthly?"
actually.
Yes, you will be able to pay for monthly from tomorrow on, but it will be
Yes.
a lot more than today.
Yes. Not $35. Hello, Akanksh.
Hey bro, I just lost that link. I'm sorry. So
Okay,
yeah,
oh.
I'm just here to.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, completely planning. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm taking time.
No, it's
I hope
it's
it's
okay.
okay.
It's cool. Just share the link again.
Yeah, one second. I'll just copy and send it somewhere. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, bro. Thank you so much. I think I'm done. You can just disconnect me.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. Making it monthly for the first
Perfect.
100 people. No, we won't, because that would mean $3 per month. We want you guys to commit for the first 100 people, commit to $3 per month.
Yes.
And then if you feel like you want to only be there for 1 month, wait another 23 and 25 minutes, hours to join, but that will be more than what you will pay now. But you can join
Yes.
in tomorrow. That will be $15 or $20 per month. So per month. So, all right. Cool. Any more questions? Otherwise, I think we went over a lot.
Yes,
We would
yes.
love to have all of you guys in there. You will get the link, everything again via email, recording, everything will go in there. 35 US dollars, like 4,000 rupees. Is that the conversion? If so, yes.
Yeah, it's yes. Yeah, maybe it's
4,000
3K.
rupees.
It's
3K.
3K, I guess.
3,000 rupees for 1 year. Guys, honestly. Let's finish it up. Thank you guys so much for joining. Whoever's interested, feel free to click the link, and we'll have those weekly calls where you can ask any questions that you have. We'll talk directly. Feel free to join. And thank you, Jignesh, for showcasing.
Yes,
See you guys
thank
inside.
so much. Bye.
All right. Thank you. All right. Recording. Stop.